the first time I hashtag get off zero was 2018 and Bitcoin was $6,700. But, and to your point, it was even before that back in 14, 15, where, I went to my clients, institutional clients for the first time, first quarter of 14, and they're like, you're an idiot. Don't talk about that. That's just stupid. And, that was painful. And, by 15, we got a couple people to listen to us, not very many, but a few. And really 16, 17, they stopped calling me stupid and at least just said, oh, bless your heart. So the good Southern, like, you're stupid. But anyway, here we are. And they're coming. Everybody's coming. Literally everybody.
In this video, Mark Yusko, the founder, chief investment officer, and CEO of the investment management company Morgan Creek, will share his analysis of the crypto market. He predicts that the market will receive an injection of several billions of dollars in the coming months. The impending entry of BlackRock into this market is poised to be a game changer for the prices of crypto assets. Coupled with the upcoming Bitcoin halving scheduled for the first quarter of 2024, this development is expected to attract massive amounts of capital to the crypto market. The industry is set to become more significant than ever before, capturing the attention of financial giants like BlackRock, who have never shown interest in this space until now. According to Mark Yusko, the crypto paradigm has shifted permanently. In today's video, he will provide his predictions for Bitcoin and the overall crypto market in the coming months. So sit back, relax, and get ready to absorb the insights of one of the many prominent investors and analysts who recognize the true potential behind cryptocurrencies. Before we dive in, if you find this video intriguing, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. This ensures that I can continue bringing you more content similar to this. Now let's get started.
And first couple weeks of January, kind of the kickoff for our London event, BlackRock ETF is going to get approved. Hundreds, plural, hundreds of billions of dollars are going to go into Bitcoin. And that's going to trickle down through the ecosystem and the digital age will be here. And the thing about it is, we've been talking about this, right? 2024 is the 14-year cycle. And it's only 6 weeks away. I mean, we are 6 weeks away from the beginning of this powerful 14-year tech cycle with, blockchain at the core. And I'm super psyched. I said at this conference in New York, and it's like making the rounds on Twitter, I said, look, there's actually a chance. They quoted me as saying it will definitely happen. I said, there's actually a chance that Bitcoin could become the base settlement layer for all global assets. Right? And everybody's like, and then there's other people, of course, that's what we've been saying all along. Well, maybe not, but okay. But here's the thing. People who are, ETH heads are like, no, there's more transactions on ETH. I'm like, that's not what I said. I said the ultimate settlement layer for the highest quality assets likely will be the highest quality chain. How do you judge quality? I don't know. Uptime, lack of hacks, security. Okay. So you can make a case for both, but at the end of the day, what I see happening is the highest value digital assets are migrating toward Bitcoin. That's interesting. And it doesn't mean you can't have, to your point, other systems that do other things and even have monetary use cases, but they won't be money. Like if you believe, as I do, that Bitcoin has won the war for digital gold, right? That it is a better form of gold. It's equally scarce, and more divisible and more portable. And therefore, it will replace gold as that base layer. Then we can abstract all we want on top of it. And it's not going to be without a fight, right?
Mark Yusko envisions 2024 as the kickoff for a potent and extended cycle of exponential growth for new technologies. He further predicts that Bitcoin will serve as the foundational settlement layer for all global assets, a development that undoubtedly would propel BTC prices to unprecedented levels. This is something that financial behemoths like BlackRock and others have already started to grasp, positioning themselves ahead of the curve. 2024 might very well be the year when we witness a substantial influx of capital into BTC, especially if the much-anticipated ETF manages to secure approval. However, what about inflation? It's a factor we must also consider when conducting any market analysis. Let's hear what Yusko has to say about it.
Look, I mean, you and I have been talking about this literally for a year, and we said that, that inflation that everybody was worried about actually wasn't inflation. My view has always been it's never been inflation. It's never been excess demand for limited supply of goods. It was always currency devaluation, which caused oil prices to rise, and the lockdown, horrible policy decisions, which messed up the supply chain, which made used car prices go up, for a short period of time. All of that is now gone the other way, and we're back to where we were. And yet the market reacts to it like it's some massive amount of good news. And, I think we're up 10% plus in November here in equity markets. Now, I'll explain why that is. And again, we talked about this a few weeks ago. It isn't inflation. It isn't anything other than the November effect, which used to be called the January effect. And it's the fact that, people sell all their bad stuff in October. When I say people, meaning the mutual funds, they have to sell before October 31st for their fiscal year. And then they have to wait 30 days to buy it back. So that's been moving, or it used to be, right before October 31st. Then it was like October 15th. Then it was like the first couple weeks of October. And so what was happening is there was this rally, then 30 days later in first part of November. And everybody said, oh, it's the Santa Claus rally. It's like, no, it's not the Santa Claus rally. It has nothing to do with Santa Claus. Santa Claus is a mythical person. But this has to do with real people buying real stocks 30 days after they sell them for tax losses. And that's what's happening, I think, in the markets. And there were a lot of people who were short, who got caught offsides, just like the Bitcoin rally. People were short and they got caught offsides. And so we got this big rally. And then they misinterpret this. We're at 3%. And Professor Plum, Mike Green was on a clip I saw on Twitter. It was kind of funny. He's like, people do realize that 3% means prices are still rising, right? They're rising less than they were the month before and 6 months before, but they're still rising, right? I mean, people do understand that. I just don't like to be on the other side of investment legends, right? But I just vehemently disagree with this whole idea that inflation's going to go to high single digits. Look, I think inflation is driven by working age population growth, and working age population growth stinks. It's headed to sub 1%. The boomers keep aging every day. 10,000 more of us turn 65. I still got a ways to go, but it's going to happen. And that I just think we're going to be much more in a deflationary environment than an inflationary environment. And look, the 2% number, it's just the theft target. There's no normal reason for quote unquote prices to rise just because. prices should rise when demand exceeds supply. That's economics 101. But this idea that by increasing the money supply and therefore devaluing the currency, because that's all this inflation target really is. It's a devaluation of currency target. And the big spike and the expectations lag the reality. So these expectations weren't before the Fed printed all the money. It was after the Fed printed all the money. And then magically people were shocked, I tell you, that the prices of things and the quote unquote value of things went up. And we've talked ad nauseum about this. They didn't. My house did not get more valuable. It just didn't. The money got worse. And now, for the first time in 100 years, they're restricting the money supply. They had negative money supply growth for the first time in 100 years.
Yusko envisions that we are on the brink of a significant recovery in the financial markets, with BTC leading the charge as one of the most innovative and formidable assets in terms of potential returns for the years ahead. So, 2024 could shape up to be a truly fascinating year where we witness a surge in Bitcoin prices driven by the halving, the approval of the Bitcoin spot ETF, and the other macroeconomic conditions he just mentioned. Now, the question is this: are you ready for what's coming? If you found this video helpful, informative, or interesting, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more similar content. Thank you very much to all of you for watching this video. This is Wealth Wizards, wishing you an excellent day. Goodbye.